been a while. New set, so finally Standard is exciting again. We had, Timeless Explorer and all those shenanigans, and Standard is now also the RCQ season. So really a good time to get back into it as well. Even though I personally don't have a big tournament coming up. But hey, I've really left the format alone for a long time. And upon doing that, you do get, or I personally get the feel, like I sort of, it gets more exciting, After a long break, it just gets more exciting. I guess that's where I'm coming to. So, we're playing Standard yet again. I couldn't resist to put No More Lies into the first Standard deck here that I'm trying with Call of Mana. Yeah, I mean, the card is incredible. Like when I started playing Standard, it would have been absolutely unheard of that this card would actually be printed. Like a Mana Leak in Standard, even with Upside, absolutely unheard of. And I suppose just through the power creep over the years, we've come to this point where we, I suppose, had Fable of the Merp. I mean, we also had Oko Thief of Crowns a while ago. So they were always outliers where play design didn't really, they make mistakes. They're also just human. But yeah, slowly and slowly, power creep has resulted in us getting this No More Lies card now in Standard, which is freaking amazing. And I gotta say though, Standard is so like fast paced and really, like all these decks are so linear and fast and efficient. Not even sure if it's gonna be that dominating of a card. Like I could see, Deep Cavern Bat and Cut Down will still be the most played cards in the format, right? So we'll have to see. But yeah, it is very strong and it might revive Control, which really hasn't seen much play lately. And yeah, so I of course put it in Esper Control. Blue-White Control, to be fair, now also has enough playables to make a workable deck, I think. Especially you can consider, again, Laydown Arms, because you have 4 dual lands that have planes as a type, so maybe that's a thing, and you play Blue-White Control, Laydown Arms. But I'm digressing, that's a different deck. Alright, let's talk about this real quick. Okay, so the new cards. We have No More Lies, of course, 4 off, Long Goodbye. Card just hits. It hits annoying things that are early game and that can run away with a game, like the Schooner it hits. That Go for the Throat doesn't, for example. It hits Raffine through the ward. Yeah, I think it's just a pretty nice card in this format right now. Can hit Liliana, I guess. And yeah, just going around the ward is super nice. Yeah, like I'm not even playing Go for the Throat. I'm trying to get lost in this sort of Go for the Throat slot right now. I haven't really played with this card in Esper. Here, we don't have the temporary lockdown, I suppose, to sweep up those map tokens along the way then. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to try it. Like, also blowing up enchantments seems pretty nice if your opponent goes Vetting Announcement on turn 3, and you're like on the draw and you have Get Lost, just blow it up. Nice, right? And then we have a Deduce, which I think is just an excellent card draw spell. I'm not quite sure if it's better than Quick Study, but I think it is. It's especially good with a lot of 2-drops. Because with a lot of 2-drops in your deck, you can keep this up on turn 2. If your opponent doesn't play anything, you play it, Deduce. And then on turn 4, you have like another 2-drop that you play to answer some of your opponent's plays, and then boom, you draw a card with Investigate, or you Deduce. So it kind of slots in well if your deck is full with 2-drops. And yeah, this deck does have a good amount of 2-drops, so it does slot in here pretty nicely. Where Quick Study, it's not that easy to double spell, right? With Quick Study and a 2-drop. On turn 4 especially. And yeah, I'm putting Disruption Protocol as the counter spell of choice here, also because of Deduce. You get that Investigate, which cheapens the Disruption Protocol. You also get Intrude on the Mind, which makes a Fompter. You can tap that to make it cheaper, and you also get the Incubate here. And in the sideboard, we also have the Seedshark. So yeah, it's a little bit of a synergy. You could also play the Bargain counterspell, then you can also sacrifice the Wandering Emperor tokens, for example. But sacrificing things is obviously worse than tapping them. And I also have Mirrex, which also gives artifacts, so down the line that can also cheapen that. Anything else? I mean, the rest of this is pretty stock. I suppose I should touch on the Path of Peril. So initially I've heard that Boros Convoke is like the deck right now. So I wanted a main deck sweeper that is good against it. That's also reasonable as a card all around. I think Temporary Lockdown is reasonable, but it's a bit of an anti-synergy with Deduce. If you go Deduce into Temporary Lockdown, you won't get the clue, it will just get exiled. And this, you can also cleave for 6 mana, so it has some extra utility there. Yeah. Sunfall, 3 times, of course. I mean, this card's just phenomenal. It still is, I think. Sure, people have counterspells. Sure, people have cheap decks, but they have to sort of always be threatened by this card. Memory Deluge, awesome. And then 1 copy of Intrude on the Mind. I think this is definitely a standard power level card. Memory Deluge is still around though, and you cannot really top this card advantage spell. It's just too freaking good. So yeah, you always play 4 of this before you touch anything else. But if Memory Deluge wouldn't be a thing, we might be playing 3 Intrude on the Mind. You know, like that's how strong I think this card is. I think it is a touch better than Silver Scrutiny, at least because we already have Memory Deluge. We don't need that like middling card draw spell, so the flexibility of Silver Scrutiny is less needed. And we can top off with an Intrude on the Mind, which also is a way to get the job done in the end. But yeah, very powerful card draw spell. Main deck, pretty stock. I put 1 Restless Anchorage in here. I think the new lands aren't necessarily what we want. We already have 4 Raffine's Tower. We don't want more tap lands. Anchorage also a tap land. So I think those new lands I don't want. I could maybe make subtle other improvements in the mana base, but for now this seems fine to me. Talk real quick about the sideboard. We of course have the 2 cut downs, a Destroy Evil for some extra flexibility against ramp and Wedding Announcement decks. Revelry seems nice against Convoke and Mono Red. Sheoldred's Edict, good against uncounterable big stuff, Run and Saw, all that. Temporary Lockdown, sure. I mean, I did mention that the Deduce and Temporary Lockdown is a downside, but in the matchups where you bring in the Lockdown, you do cut down and Deduce potentially because you do not really have the time to, and you don't even need those extra cards, honestly. So then Lockdown comes in and it's really powerful, especially against like Skrelf's Hive or maybe Invasion of Gobakan with the 2 mana enchantment that they then have, and that goes around Path of Peril but doesn't go around Temporary Lockdown with the protection effects there. Yeah, so I think out of the sideboard it does make sense to play the Lockdown. Disdainful Stroke, Negate, a couple more counters magic. Chromos Seedshark, pretty amazing sideboard threat, very flexible. Tishana's Tidebinder is a new addition. I've seen blue decks adopting it. I'm not quite sure how good it will be. This is definitely one of those testing it out type of things. I'm not, don't just trust. Like, I have no idea. We'll see. Maybe it's just worse than like counter magic. It goes around Cavern of Souls a little bit by countering the countering the ETB triggers of something like an Atraxa or an Itali. But of course, that's not optimal. You rather deal with the card altogether. But hey, better than Atraxa resolving, I suppose, against a Cavern. And there, if I might say so, a Field of Ruin version of blue-white control might actually be nice, because you can blow up Cavern of Souls, while this Esper deck is not really capable of doing so. And then we have Void Rend for extra flexibility, and then we have an Ezrim Agency Chief, another card we're testing out. Could theoretically be also a main deck card. It is a hex-proof threat, so in a way it is a kill condition that's pretty reliable, sort of reminiscent of Dream Trawler. I mean, when Dream Trawler was around, if blue-white control used to play like 3 or 4 Dream Trawler, and that was it. You just had Dream Trawler, you slammed it, you won the game in a way. That was a very powerful effect. Ezrim, I don't think this is quite as strong as Dream Trawler, but still pretty good. Yeah, I think just in that standard format, like 5 years ago or whatever that was, 4 years ago, 2019. That's already 5 years ago, isn't it? Yeah, crazy. No, Pharaohs actually came out in 2020, didn't it? Yeah, I think so. So it's actually 4. Yeah, so in that format, no, that's not true. It was 2019. Pharaohs came out 2019. Yeah, all right. Well, 5 years. Damn, time flies. Yeah, in that format, this card would potentially have seen play. But this format is just way stronger. This standard format is ridiculous. Like, might have been the strongest standard format, besides maybe like when broken cards that are like were banned after were legal. This is just ridiculously strong. Like, the deck's so fast, efficient, lean, clean. But yeah, what do you expect? Power creep and a much bigger card pool, of course, leads to the decks being better than ever, right? So yeah, we'll see how Esper Control will do with the new cards. I'm excited about it. Let's play some Standard. Play first. Long Goodbye, removal, clean mana. Can't complain. Can't complain. Kind of excited to play this deck with new cards, with no more lies. Yeah. Probably also make a video on Blue-White Control. There might be a lot of Blue-White Control content coming. We've had one for Explorer already. Now we're doing Esper. Oh, there's the Boros deck already. Yep. Yeah, it's sort of like the super fast killer deck, I think. People are just playing it and killing people on turn 4, probably. So yeah, we're hoping that our 4 3-mana sweepers will be good enough over the course of 3 games. Right now I don't have one, so that's obviously not great. But yeah, they've gotten some additions. They didn't attack. Interesting. They got of course the Inspector, the Frame Inspector, the Novice Inspector. They've got the 3-mana Hymn. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, ping your opponent. Could be pretty powerful. And they also got like a 2-mana Case, which deals as much damage to one creature as you have creatures yourself. And if you attack with 3 creatures, the case is solved. And all your creatures, it's another Hymn essentially, but it just gives 1+0 to the creatures. So they've received 3 potentially good cards. Looks like they're missing on mana and they really have an awkward draw. I assume the hand is like more recruiters and more like 5 drops, like the knight. So I really just want to clean up their board, kill every creature so they can't convoke out the knight errant. Mirrex. The one thing that's holding this deck back is the mana. Okay. Yeah, sure, I guess. I'll let that happen. Wandering Emperor and a Long Goodbye. Sounds good. Opponent has 3 cards. I assume it's Knight Errant, so I really do want to kill a creature right now. I wonder if I should kill both. It's maybe too aggressive. Definitely gonna kill one though. Wasting a Void Rend on like an Epicure. I don't think I want to do that. I've changed some things with my camera. I like the visuals a little better now. Another recruiter. I guess we're just gonna Void Rend that. Preserve life total. Keep stuff from the board, you know. Go to 12. I think I'm just gonna kill this. Again, like if they draw land, then they can play the Knight Errant. Right now they can't. The only way they can punish me, I believe, is if they have another recruiter, and then they can kill the Emperor right away. But, you know, that's also fine. Opponent just gives up. All right. Cool. Opponent having an awkward draw. Tidebinder does things here and there, but 3 mana is a lot, so I don't think I want to do that. Okay, I think Disruption Protocol and Negate probably can go. Deduce I'm not the biggest fan of. Void Rend doesn't need to be here. Temporary Lockdown comes in. Seedshark, Sunset Revelry, Cut Down. And the Ezrim. Could play Disdainful Stroke, Destroy Evil. Long Goodbye. Spot removal isn't particularly exciting against them. They have the bunny, I guess. They bought in Wedding Announcement and might have the War Leader's Call, so I think I like that. The Wandering Emperor I think is okay. This looks reasonable. I could play like Negate to have more answers to some Invasion of Gobarkan shenanigans, for example, or Betting announcement, but I have 4 No More Lies, and that card just always works, which is so nice about it. Like, just make this appear in much better. Also Exiles. It's just such a nice card. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a bit too greedy to keep. Yeah, this is not much better, but I don't think I'm going to 5. So at least has lands and a free drop. You really want to have a 2-drop, especially when you're on the draw against a deck like Convoke, or at least have that free mana sweeper. I guess I could try to mulligan towards. Mulligan to 5. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't have it in me. I was also thinking about playing some sort of Jeskai control deck. Because like with both No More Lies and Lightning Helix, that seems kind of appealing. But then I was thinking about the threats in the format, and Lightning Helix, sure, has some really phenomenal matchups, like Mono Red, yeah. But like this Convoke deck, it's not that phenomenal. Like any 2-mana removal isn't that great, especially not if it can't kill the bunny or the 4/4. Like, it's fine. It gains you free life and kills a dude. It's fine. I would have killed this, I guess, here. Oh my god, we're gonna get beaten by that now. Oh no. Bunny is usually not that good, but I guess when you trim down on Long Goodbye, it becomes better. I did trim 1 Long Goodbye. I mean, yeah, what can you do? In any case, yeah, I think Lightning Helix just doesn't line up well against stuff like Breacher of the Schism, Raffine, what else? Schooner. I feel like Long Goodbye, the black cards are just a tad better. Ooh, they can take my only free drop and blow this up. Yeah. Playing control, ladies and gentlemen. Just don't have your curve, you die. Clunky deck, you die. We could draw a temporary lockdown and just win the game on the spot. Which, that's a big upside of this deck. Wow, it's a 6/6, damn. They do hit me? Go for face? No. Yeah, not the most exciting game here. We're just sitting here waiting to either draw the card that wins us the game or die. Okay. I guess I have 1 more draw step for temporary lockdown, but any other card doesn't do it anymore. If I would have drawn Path here, I could have, forced them to sack the array, and the next turn I can go Emperor. But now, I just need to draw. Yeah, I just need to draw the other thing. I think it's pretty wrong to tap out. Is it wrong? I guess you deal me more damage. Going pretty all in here. Like, the only card that I can have is temporary lockdown to win this game. So I guess I could have drawn removal here, I guess. Yeah, out of their perspective, I could have had a Long Goodbye here, kill this, they sack. Okay. This is pretty unexciting. Yeah, maybe we're putting 4 lockdowns in our sideboard. Maybe that's the solution. Maybe just put 4 lockdowns in the sideboard and just don't play Path in the main deck and just sort of say like, yeah, screw it, I don't care. So I'm on the play now, so my negate becomes a bit better. Memory Deluge also was super clunky, I guess. Maybe Deduce is better. Get lost. How much do I care about wedding announcements? I don't know. This is so bad with all their tokens and stuff. I mean, Get Lost has a huge liability here, I guess. I don't hate the Disdainful Stroke. They only have 4 targets, I guess. I really like the Disdainful Stroke against the Pioneer version because they have 8 important targets. But this only has 5. Yeah, doesn't seem like that's enough for the Disdainful Stroke. Okay. Okay, well, we got what we need. But they might have invasion to take it from us. Invasion is really, really incredible in that deck too. Okay, now we can protect ourselves from invasion. Invasion is so good against like control decks out of these type of decks. That's all fine. Yeah, I really don't like the anti-synergy with the Deduce and Temporary Lockdown. Maybe you just do it, I guess. Lockdown also hitting the schooner compared to Path of Peril is kind of nice. They have the another recruiter, I guess. I would regret. I kind of like playing this, honestly. Is that wrong? Want them to play more stuff. Too greedy. Just play Lockdown and be happy. It's a 3-for-1. Pretty good. They could have Get Lost, I guess. Okay, they had another one of these. And if I would have played Seedshark, that would have been alright, I guess. So if I kill this, they can't Knight Errant for value. What's their hand anyways? Just an awkward usage of my mana is what I'm thinking. Here again, no more lies would be a lot better than Negate. Them playing this like pre-combat, like now I could kill this in response and then they can't, you know. I'm just gonna trust my gut here. I don't know if they have the Knight in hand, they might just have something else. Hopefully if it's something else, it's negatable. Alright, now they skip their turn. Well, that makes me think they do have the Knight in hand. Without even sacking the blood. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So my hunch got rewarded there. So do I just play Seedshark? Or do I play Memory Deluge, make some land drops? Okay, I'll just pass. I guess they could have that Resolute Reinforcements card. That is something they play, and they could have had that, yeah. But they don't have it, so they very likely have the 4/4. Just got to use my mana in an awkward way here. Memory Deluge feels so clunky against this Convoke deck. It's too fast. Oh. Not using my mana very well, but I guess answering my opponent's threats at least. So if I play land, Seachrome Revelry, I actually don't get to make a creature, but I do get to draw a card. I don't get to make 2 1/1s, but I get the Incubator, which is sort of the same, and I do get to draw a card and gain 4, so that's pretty nice. And then with the Deluge next turn, I can make a 4/4. I guess Path of Peril does synergize pretty nicely with the Seedshark, while Lockdown exiles all your incubators. Aha. Who would have thought? Let's have some tea after having some coffee. Coffee into tea. Okay. Long goodbye. Pass the turn. And yeah, it looks like we're stabilizing, which is nice. Is Domain even a thing if like Boros Convoke just kills you on turn 4? Probably not, is it? Khans of Tarkir basic lands. I'm just gonna preserve life total and just block for 4/4 here. Okay. Well, feeling pretty comfortable under with Sunfall in hand. If you get to this stage in the game, Sunfall is just absolutely backbreaking. Basically temporary lockdown on crack. Costs 2 mana more, understandably, yeah. Makes sense, right? Like temporary lockdown is for the early game, so you don't just get rushed to death. And then Sunfall for the late game. Sunfall is gonna make me a 6/6 here if I pull the trigger, which I think I will. I wouldn't have done it if they didn't play that Resolute Reinforcements. If they would have just passed the turn, for example, I probably would have chilled one more turn. But yeah, now it's just too much value to pass up. I get a 6/6 and I get a 5/5. That's 13 power over there I have sitting in the bank. Yeah, good luck beating that. Incubation. And if I had Disruption Protocol, I could just tap one of these things. But it's in my sideboard, so. Alright, let's make you into a Phyrexian. Come on. Get birthed or borthed or whatever. Get birthed? That's probably not how you say it, is it? Get birthed. I guess I should have also flipped this. It's 5/11. Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. My 12, 2 removals in hand. I have 9 mana, 8 mana. So with 8 mana, I could have flipped this and still cast these 2. Yeah, so I should have hit them for 11. Here, it doesn't matter. Okay. Enjoy. I guess in a way I did play around Invasion of Kovakan. Doesn't really matter. Like now I can still cast both of these, but I wouldn't need to cast both of them. Maybe if they had another recruiter here. I suppose. I suppose. Nine life. So if they have Resolute Reinforcements, they have to double jump block me. Okay. Cool. Boros Convoke. Beaten. Lesson learned, I guess, that, yeah, Temporary Lockdown is a tad better against Invasion of Gubba-Khan. And yeah, Invasion of Gubba-Khan just super, super strong. Alright, let's continue. I'd love to play first. I'd love to keep this hand. It's missing like a Deduce, otherwise it's great. Celestius is a card I should maybe play. Man, I'm starting to think this Intrude on the Mind card, even though it's like sweet, and I really just like that card personally, I guess. I mean, big card rod spells that do fancy things, you know, it's sweet, and it's also like, yeah, it's just a cool card. Yeah, but like I'm starting to feel that it's just way too expensive for this format. The format is just too fast. The bat. Of course. Deserted Beach. And yeah, Deduce is a pretty nice one. I really like that card. Razor's Transparent. Guess we're gonna exile that. Ah. Wonderful. Just answers. Good old control deck. Just answers in your deck. Yeah, I guess. What are we even playing against? I might just cycle that. Like, reason being that I really don't have any gas right now, and I just really need a Memory Deluge or something. I might get punished for that, but I think in this situation it's fine to cycle here. Like, one way I lose this game is just by flooding out, or, yeah. Yikes. Extract the Truth. Yeah. Not that good against Esper control, is it? 2 mana, look at the opponent's hand. Yeah, getting rewarded for cycling there instead of playing. I could Sunfall. My opponent knows about it. The thing is, I really do want to keep up Negate instead, in case there's something annoying. I guess I'll just destroy that. No shenanigans for you. Oh, baby. Now we're talking. Game over. Done. We're good here. You can go home. GG. Raven Man. Raven Man. I'll look for a long goodbye in response to that. I will not allow you to discover. I guess I should have looked for that in response to the Raven Man on the stack, huh? So I can normalize it. Alright, fair enough. I guess I'll just take that and Eiganjo. Eiganjo with the Raven Man. I gotta be careful there. They get a Raven. Raven Man. Not that I care. I'm at 20. I have a Sunfall in hand. This game is in the books. Hot damn. Hot diggity damn. What is this card? Am I dreaming? Is this a dream? Okay, Invasion of Array, and my opponent's going deep. Opponent's going deep. Let's play this, pass the turn. Opponent attacks, I go Eiganjo. Yeah. You will get a Raven at the end of turn now because I've discarded a card. Oh, wait, no, your card died, so I guess you won't get a Raven then. Negate this beautiful invasion. I'm all for it. Preacher, nope. Opponent has played the first good card. No, never mind. They played a Deep Cavern bad. They've played a good card. The second good card they played. No. And may I deduce? Ah, control's back on the menu. Deduce. No more lies. Let's go. Let's go. Memory Deluge. Disruption Protocol. Void Rend. Yeah, just take those. Take the answers that answer everything. Bash at the turn. Opponent sitting on cut down, go for the float, I assume. The usual last 3 cards against Esper control. Yeah, that activation was enough to seal the deal. Cool. Aggressive black, mono black with Razorlash Transmigrant. And Preacher of the Schism. Is the bug still there? It is still there. Temporary Lockdown is potentially appealing, considering they have Ravenman, Razorlash Transmigrant, and the Bat, and they have no way of getting rid of this. What else? Seedshark. Negate. Didn't look great, I gotta say. Neither did Disruption Protocol, honestly. Like against a deck like Mono Black, where every card in my deck answers everything they have, I think I'm good not having these expensive counters, especially not on the draw or situational counters. I'm always gonna play 4 Normalize because this card is these plus. But yeah, you can definitely get rid of those. Anyways, I mean, if they have 1 Lockdown and then maybe the Ezrim. I like the Ezrim. Let's try him. We're not bringing him against Mono Black. Where would we bring him in? I mean, Negate hits Planeswalkers and stuff. Preacher gets hit by this. Cut Down hits Fangs but doesn't hit everything. Bit better on the draw though. Seedshark. They probably have to keep in removal, so I don't know if Seedshark is that good against them. Just play Locky down. Lock it all down. Maybe I just play Path of Peril. Why even lock down? Ah, because of the Razorlash. Path of Peril being 6 mana destroy all is not bad. Sorry for taking so long. Thinking everything over. The master overthinker here. Should I do this or that or this or that? Just click the button, submit, dude. Just be done with it. I mean, we're in platinum, I suppose, so opponent's not having the tier 1 deck. Okay. Perfect mana, as you can tell. If I keep this, I gotta be pretty insane, right? All black cards without any black. We're playing against mono black. I mean, I guess the worst thing that could happen is a Preacher turn 3. And then they draw cards. That would be bad. Alright, I'll take them. Okay. Tappity Tapland. Tapland situation today. The Raven Man. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Something wrong with the mana base? Is this too many of them? How many do I play? Like, I feel like I've seen all slow lands that are in the deck. Okay, upon making it easy for me. Just gonna cycle this. Oh no, never mind. I gotta be careful with that. Although at the beginning of each end step, so if I am in the end step, doesn't matter. Alright, getting lucky upon missing land drops. Doesn't even have a second 2-drop apparently. Oh, maybe has one. Okay, sure. Oh, okay. Now you get a birdie. Give yourself a little birdie. Take my Wandering Emperor. Alright. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. You may take a look. Okay. Let's deduce the situation. I don't even know what deduce means. What does that word mean even? Liliana of the Veil. I get another birdie. The birds are getting out of control. Alright. Well, I have 3 Sunfall. I would like to find one. If I may. Okay. Thinking these two maybe, but maybe just these two. Like, if I keep the land, I really like keeping the land, honestly. Owning Emperor is A+ card though. I have 2 Memory Deluge in my grave, and the Clue token and the Incubate token. Path of Peril. Okay. That's the one card I don't have an answer for right now. Und discarding Enrica. What else did they discard? A Preacher. Okay. I mean, in the end, you don't mind a Liliana that much because they're discarding cards just as you are, and they're discarding good cards. Like, okay, sure, it's a good one. I could wait for them to empty their hand. Because I don't really need 2 Sunfalls, do I? Better to not give them options. Like if they draw a Swamp, they play it, play this, and then I kill it anyways in response, so like it doesn't even change anything. Ooh, okay, I guess doesn't do anything against that. I think I'll play that. Memory Deluge in my graveyard. Or, I mean, if they have Graveyard Trespasser off the top here, they exile this, then I might need that. If I draw another land, I think it's just better. Yeah. Mono black. Do I activate this? I don't think so. Could have taken the Mirrex, but no. Oh. Ezrim. Sure. I mean, I could spend my mana a little better, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. It's kind of nice that you can sacrifice these incubators as well. Okay. Yeah. Not surprised. Alright, yeah, we're beating a mono black fair deck. That is pretty common stuff, and my opponent did have a pretty slow start with a missed land drops. Yeah, got me down to 6 life, but Memory Deluge took over like it does against these type of decks. Yeah, I mean, Esper Control is the more powerful deck. Like, that is true against Dimir midrange, that is true against Esper midrange, against all these midrange decks, right? May it be mono black. But yeah, mono black is perhaps the most defenseless because it doesn't have counter magic. And yeah, I mean, Esper Control, Esper midrange actually seems kind of nice against Esper Control because it does have no more lies, which deals cleanly with Memory Deluge. So you can actually outgrind Esper Control at that point. So that's potentially a pretty big swing, actually. Interesting. I think I'm gonna try it. And one white land in the center is pretty nice. I have 2 spells to cast already. I'm on the draw. I probably wouldn't keep it on the play. Mono. Oh, Scamp. That was the best draw in the deck. Scamp. What is this? Goblins. Wait, am I in the Explorer queue? I guess these cards are both standard league, huh? Alright, cool. Pass the turn. That's another deck where temporary lockdown is definitely better than Path of Peril. Sure. You got it. Mono red goblins. Oh, playing a combo maybe? That thing, I don't know. I mean, it does combo a little bit with some stuff. Sure, just pass, I guess. Probably killing the Horde Master. Yeah. A mountain. Okay. Only if drawn lands. Keep 2 lander, draw only lands. I mean, I don't mind it, I guess. At this point, I don't need more lands, I guess. Alright. Take 5 and they take 7 actually. This is a goblin, huh? Okay, fair enough. Go to 7, and now they can sack this. They want to. They might do so. They do so. And they get 2 triggers. That's 4 damage actually. Oh yeah, yeah. And they also get 2 triggers of that. Okay. Another throne and a land. So I go to 3. And because the throne is not a goblin, they can't cast it. Wonder if I take Disruption Protocol. I mean, if they draw a goblin off the top and kill it with the Emperor, then Protocol's a hard counter. Which is also good with the Incubate token I'm gonna get. This card is kind of nice against removal. I mean, Ward 2 is pretty annoying. Also goes around Go for the Throat. Pretty good against Emperor as well. Deduce. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna draw a bunch of cards. I'm just not gonna play my Emperor and make tokens. I'm just gonna try to exile that. Jesus. And where the lands? Where the lands at? 7 cards in hand. Damn. Cranko. Sure. Oh wow, funny. Any artifact. Okay. You got it. So this puts me to 2, then I play this. This puts me to 4, then I go to 3. I don't like big standard. I don't like it. It's too big. Just gets boring at some point. Like how many times have I cast Wandering Emperor over the last 2.5 years? Getting boring. The card is just too freaking good. Let other cards shine. Deduce, it just feels nice to cast. I am just weird. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna throw this away for some life. Just make extra sure I don't randomly die to some burn. So I don't think I need it here. I have a second one. Is this a goblin? It is. Attack for 9, 8, 7. Counting was never my strength. Alright. Pass the turn for 9 mana. Would be a reasonable feature to include like a thingy where it says how many lands you have untapped. Wouldn't hate that. This deck just makes me happy. This deck just makes me happy. This guy grows now. Okay, whatever. I guess you can trade if you want to. It's fine. It doesn't. Nothing matters. You just take it all. Cool. Okay, great. Alrighty, so goblins. Negate? No. Disruption Protocol? No. Intrude? Too expensive. Cut a Memory Deluge maybe? Void Rend seems good against the Roaming Throne, I guess. No, I don't know if I want a second one. I definitely want Cut Down. Sunset, Temporary Lockdown. Ezrim seems alright. I don't know about this card. I want to try it more. That's why it's getting like this free pass of just being included. It is a big life linker, which is nice against a red deck, I would think. Anything else? Chromos Seedshark isn't bad, that's for sure, especially against all those small critters. Grenko, huh? Lethal Demolition? So they're playing artifacts? I haven't seen a single artifact, have I? The Roaming Throne? I mean, they're not gonna lethal the Roaming Throne, right? Get Lost is not that exciting. Giving them map token seems kind of medium. I have 4 cut down, 3 long goodbye. I think I don't need these Get Lost. Then I also have 4 free mana sweepers, 4 Emperor. I like the Void Rend, it's flexible, it kills the Roaming Throne, which seems like a card I could see myself losing to. It's like I have all this cheap removal to sort of stem the early bleeding, have these 3 mana sweepers, and the Roaming Throne is the one thing that I don't have a good answer to. Maybe I need the Get Lost actually for that. Because Long Goodbye doesn't kill it? Yeah. almost nothing kills it. Like Emperor doesn't really kill it. You need 6 mana for that. Sunfall does it, but costs 5. If they're on the play, they play a turn 4, then you play your 4th land, and it does your damage, and then you play your 5th land. So they have 1 turn of the throne, and Void Rend goes around that. I mean, I have 4 no more lies, so I can just counter it, hopefully. Oh, wonderful. Couldn't feel more comfortable with a hand like this. Wonderful. The fuzzling. You can counter the free drop and then play Lockdown to stabilize completely. If they go 2-drop, I don't even have to counter. Yep. I could cut down that. No, I can't. It grows. Never mind. Never mind. They have a Horde Master in play. I cannot cut down that. Eiganjo. Could play this, then I wouldn't need to pain myself. But Eiganjo has more utility though. I'm gonna take the pain. I'm gonna take it. That is a card. Problematic one indeed. Oy. Okay. Don't like that. I guess cut down can kill it. Pretty until it's a 5/1. Yeah, that card is the nuts against me. Glad I have 2 Void Rends in my deck. Doesn't make goblins, does it? Horror tokens, okay. Why did they tap like that? That was weird. Why did they keep up colorless? I don't get it. Okay. I guess I just take that. That's good. That gains me life and blocks. As long as they don't kill it. The Romantic Barrage. There's also a little bit of a synergy with Deduce, giving you more clues to sacrifice. And yeah, definitely a synergy with Seedshark. Hey, that's what I don't love about this too, is like, if you've gotten rid of the 2 artifacts that this gives you, you don't have any abilities on this thing anymore, like besides flying. And with a thing like, you know, Baneslayer Angel, you always have flying, lifelink. Okay. Opponent bluffing? What is this? What is this goblin attack, man? Like, what? 4 damage? What is this? Why would you have 4 damage in your deck post-combat? Like, you can't kill it pre, so you don't have like a removal for 5 toughness. You don't have Frenzy. Why is this goblin attacking? I don't get it. It's so weird. Maybe they just want to push damage? Maybe they're thinking I block like this. I don't understand. I'm just gonna block the goblin. Do your worst. I mean, if they have like 2 mana deal 4, so be it. Obliterating Bolt. Okay, they're just like, just trying to deal me damage, I guess. Second Forge. Oh, that was a good draw. Pretty good top decks, one might say. Wait a minute. Tapping wrong. Ezrim is kind of saving me here. To be fair, like a Boonbringer Valkyrie would have been better against like this deck specifically. But yeah, it has more flexibility, being hexproof. Of course, quite nice against removal. Boonbringer Valkyrie doesn't have hexproof, last time I checked. So yeah, they just threw away the goblin to deal me free damage in a way, I guess. They didn't want me to block the free one. And now this is a lock, right? This is hexproof. I gain 5 life per turn. I should easily outrace this. Although it is scary. It's a pretty scary card, and it only gets scarier. This is just maybe the best sideboard card against Esper control in the format, actually. Like regular Bankbuster would have been, but that one's not legal. So it has to be an artifact, because artifacts are the most difficult to answer permanents for Esper. So yeah, Forge is probably just the best card in the format against Esper control. Duress, second best. Maybe No More Lies, actually, the best card against Esper control. Breaches. Breaches. All the pirates. All the goblins, I mean. Sure. Could kill the Scamp. Go to 9. They hit me for 5. Go to 8. Go to 13. Okay. I can actually give Vigilance too. I didn't even consider that, huh? So this is, I go to 12. Comes at 15. So this is 5 and 7. That's 10 damage. No, sorry, what? That no, it's 10 damage. 5 and 7 plus 3. It's 10. I will be at 12. I'm wondering if I can attack with both. And then have a 4/4 as my only blocker, essentially. For this breaches. They have to have some weird combination of cards to get through a 4/4. Right. I'm at 12 life. And keeping back any of these won't work against this anyways. And attacking for 7 is kind of nice. I could also play this, but this just gains me 4 life. I don't know, it's like the same sort of as the incubator. It's maybe safer. It also makes a 2/2, I guess, that I can attack with next turn. So that 8. This gets through, and then they just die. I guess if they have like a braid plus a way to deal me 2 more damage, I guess it's just safer. I guess. Yeah. I think either line leads to victory, but maybe. Oh my god. I'm pretty bad. I don't gain anything there. I literally just cast a card for nothing. Because I just attacked them and now they have less life than I do. Okay. Yeah, I did the one play that loses me this game, potentially. Mamma mia. That was pretty bad. Yeah, that was unquestionably not the line. If I go for that, I should do it first. They made a treasure? They didn't look for a card? So they have it? They have it, huh? Oh my god, I can't believe I lost this game. Yeah, I mean, what do you got? Twin Shot Sniper. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, okay, so they would have never ever won this game if I would have either played a Sunset before I attack or... pain. Pain. Well, that's magic. Counter up to 1 target activated. Okay. Does solve my issue of does handle the Urabrask. Guess that's good enough. Well, yeah, 100% would have won that game if I didn't make that mistake. Things like these happen in life, unfortunately. It's okay. We'll just win the next. We have another game against goblins. Hey, look at that. We can get rid of one of Sunfall maybe. I could also play Negate, but Negate is pretty medium otherwise, I guess. Alright, funny. Pretty funny. Yeah, Sunset Revelry for nothing. That's a first. Sunset Revelry for nothing, die to exactly 12 damage. Not bad, Anna, not bad. To be fair, I needed to draw like Ezrim into Shark. I probably would have lost that game. When they dropped like the Forge. I would have maybe lost that game and a lot of other like if you play it out from the moment they drop Forge 100 times, I probably lose like 70 times out of those 100 times. So I got pretty lucky to even have been in that position, I suppose. Yeah, I'm just gonna lock it down, I think. Or just play Sharky Shark. Go cut down into Shark. If I go lockdown, they can just go Forge. I'm not even gonna cut down, actually. I'm just gonna play Chalk. I assume they will not be playing Forge, because Forge is kind of like not the greatest play here. So I assume they might be playing a different card than Forge. Maybe it's a 2-drop, then I get to lock down it. They might be thinking they have to go a little wider, maybe even deploy like a 1-drop and a 2-drop. because I have the 2-4 in play now. Can't believe I lost that game. I mean, it was kind of a win. It was a win, but you know, people make mistakes, I guess. That's interesting. And attack. They have the twin shot sniper, maybe? I'm not gonna block. I'm too scared. I'm also happy if they play a 2-drop here. Very happy. I want them to use their mana on a 2-drop, not like on a twin shot sniper or whatever. Perfect. I'm still thinking. Maybe they're thinking like, who do they have locked on or not? Okay. Opponent after it felt like an hour. I think I'm just gonna slam this. Do I attack though is the question. Okay, do I attack or not? I guess I don't. Just preserve life total in case they have haste. Although, in case they have Urabrask, I kind of want to attack to deal them damage. Urabrask is nasty. Just gonna kill it now. Imagine I had a No More Lies here. This game would be in the books. Okay. Sure. Okay, yeah. I guess they were thinking about lockdown, how much they want to commit. Their hand was really weak to lockdown, apparently. Yeah, now I can easily raise and Urabrask with the Seedshark. No problem. That's what they're gonna do here. Block, it dies, they shoot 2. And then they can shoot 2 again, so they can shoot like the Seedshark down. They have 1 card in hand. Because I'm gonna Sunfall, I think I'm happy if they shoot down the Seedshark. Cool. I guess Sunfall isn't even that good here. Okay, they started shooting down that. Alright, fine, I'll just kill the Scamp. I think if I kill it, they can't sack it anymore, right? Yeah. And I mean, I have a 4/4 for the throne, so it doesn't matter too much. Really want to hit a land, so I'm just gonna do this, I think. Commanding position. Could have been a 2-0, but it's okay. We have a 2-1, a little bit more gameplay against goblins. Twin shot sniper, dealing 4. Not too bad, not too bad. Cute. 2 to my face, 2 to the wandering. Doesn't matter. Am I gonna Sunfall? I don't think so. It's like 2 4/4s here. I'm not really hard pressed to remove their 4/4. Oh, this has reach, right? Both have reach? No. No attacks. 9 life. There we go. All right. Platinum 2-1. Slowly getting up there. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I like this deck, obviously. I personally have biased towards liking this deck as well as being a control player. But yeah, No More Lies and Long Goodbye seem like great additions. The Deduce looks quite nice as well. Maybe you should play more lockdowns. Maybe the Path of Peril hedge is not that good. But the sample size of matches I've played so far is 3, so I don't really know. This is just a first taste. Maybe I'll stream the deck a little bit more, and then you can check on my Twitch to see some more gameplay of that. I am planning to do some standard streams in the coming days. And yeah, I'm certainly excited to try out more decks here in standard. And I don't honestly know what I would immediately change or anything. Like Ezrim was fine. Deduce felt good. No More Lies, obviously good. Long Goodbye seems pretty good in the format right now. Maybe better than Go for the Throat. At least in these 3 matches, I didn't feel like I was missing Go for the Throat. So yeah, working on it, but so far so good, I'd say. All right, guys. As always, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.